Howdy there folks, this is Lapidary Dave, and right now I will be drilling a piece of quartz crystal. I got this quartz crystal from the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show for about $10 or $20 a kilo. I got these rotary burrs from the Johnson Brothers Lapidary Company during the gem show as well. I paid about $7 for these burrs, but you can find these burrs online for between $4 and $24 depending on how long you feel like waiting for them to get here from overseas. I'll be drilling using this very cheap Walmart Hyper Tough rotary tool. I got this when I was down in Tucson during the gem show. I paid like 16 bucks. What I look for in a crystal is a stone that's going to have enough meat on each side after I drill the hole. Drilling the holes can make quartz crystals pretty fragile if there's not enough meat on the side for your art. This piece is too small for me to drill. Even if I got a hole through, it would just be super fragile after I drilled it. In my case, I braid my stones, and so when I'm braiding it adds a lot of pressure on the sides and it can just snap and waste the piece. So I'm actually looking for a piece that has some meat on both sides, but that's not too deep. It can take a little bit longer than drilling a thinner gemstone to drill these deep quartz crystals. I actually prefer to use my water swivel, but I wanted to show you folks how I go about drilling with a rotary tool. I'll be using a 2.5 gallon drinking water container to drip onto my stone. I don't like to submerge my stones in water when I drill. I don't want a drip like this, and I definitely don't want a messy, heavy stream like this. I prefer a steady trickle like this. I will be starting with this rounded burr like I do when I drill all of my stones by hand. And then I'll be switching over to a cylinder burr. I actually don't drill with the rounded burr, but I leave like a divot or a dent, which will guide my stone. After I drill the hole using the cylinder burr that I switch to after I make the dent or divot, I actually go back with this rounded burr and I ream the stone, which can clean up some of the blowout that I get on the other side of the stone from drilling since I don't meet it halfway. The same techniques that I'm going to be showing you folks can be used using a Dremel or a flex shaft. They all spin about the same speed, and the same techniques can be applied. So since my divot is there, I'm ready to go to my cylinder burr. I usually use a much thinner diameter burr, but this is what I had laying around, and it's what I'm going to use. I don't really mind what size hole I end up with. Drill, drill, drill. I was actually surprised on how quickly I drilled the stone. I make sure to get lots of water on top of that hole. Every once in a while I will actually make small circles using the flex shaft, which will help get water in, and sometimes I pull the burr out to get water inside. As you can see here, I'm more than halfway through. Awesome. It looks like I did scratch the back to expose a little bit, which will help keep down on the blowout when I blow all the way through. I don't think I drilled the back, like you just saw a moment ago, all the way to where I exposed the hole, but just a little bit of something. There we go. Completely drilled. I did get a little bit of blowout, but it wasn't too bad, and since I'm going to braid this up, it'll be nearly invisible. And it's just a blessing to have a hole in a deep quartz crystal, I think. All that stuff on the side of the crystal is not what I blew out, just around the hole. That was the way the crystal came. Cool stuff. So instead of a rounded burr, I'm actually going to be reaming using this larger rounded cylinder burr to clean up the blowout, which gets the same job done. But I do prefer to use something rounded when I ream to clean up the blowout. I don't know if you can hear in this video, but I didn't tighten the burr enough, so it was kind of like spinning inside of the rotary tool. No big deal. All of the techniques I'm showing you folks can easily be applied using Dremels and flex shafts. I'm using this cheap Walmart rotary tool just to show you that it can get done with nearly anything. I hope this helps somebody out there. I'd really like to see you folks drilling all of your crystals. It can be really pricey to mail your crystals away to get them drilled. I recently had somebody ask me to drill 1,100 crystals, which were going to be a chandelier in a casino outside of a rock shop in Texas. Until next time, I love you folks. This is Lapidary Dave. See you soon.